What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, it's Bunny the Ben. Today we're going to do the beta testing and have a glance of the new Theresa character, Solid Astrologos. As the first physical support character that can cast ability in the backstage, can the advent of Starlet surpass the top tier support Celestial? We'll find it out in this video and we'll also do some gameplays. And if you like this video, drop a like and subscribe to my channel. Your support is my biggest motivation. Alright, let's jump straight into it, and like I said before, we are going to do the character breakdown and to test out the support ability of Starlet in different aspects, including her damage boost ability and damage burst support ability. We are going to test it in F2B gears as well as her own weapons and stigma. As I said in the last video, this character is free to play and you can obtain up to 100 fragments, which I think is absolutely amazing, and I strongly recommend you guys to grind her out and try to evolve her as high as possible because I think she's undoubtedly strong. She is a biological support for physical damage dealer, but she can actually do decent damage and act as a secondary carrier for the team, and we'll get into that in a moment. We'll first look into her abilities, then jump into her gears and gameplay right away. As you can see here, I only have my Theresa and S rank because like I've mentioned, everyone can obtain up to 100 fragments in the coming meta, so promoting her to S rank but no more than that can give the most accurate representation for most players who are playing in the game. So let's have a look over her abilities, and I'm not going to run through all of them one by one but to go straight into her important abilities. Her team skill can provide decent critical rates and total damage boost, and altogether is indeed a very strong team skill. And next we have her passive skill, which is crucial for her new mechanics. Her passive offers her 1 stack of hexagram when hitting enemy, which is shared across the whole team with 1 second cooldown, and if you are taking hit by enemy, the stacks will be reduced, and of course the death of SP Theresa will also remove all the stacks across the team. As for the base attack, her first 2 sequences of base attack will restore bonus SP, while the third sequence of base attack can restore both HP and SP for the team. What's more, you can obtain bonus critical rate when you reach certain combo hits. And of course, as a SP character, here comes the SP skill, which is related to her combo attack. After the first 2 sequences of base attack is casted, you can tap and hold the attack button to use your SP skill Black Tortoise to summon a NATO, which does bonus damage. And most importantly, it will reduce your damage taken to a great extent both before and after the combo attack is performed. The thing is, if you charge it for too long, SP Theresa will faint for a few seconds. But if you have got the perfect release, not only wouldn't she faint, but also she can gain 22% total damage boost on herself for 40 seconds long, which can be stacked up to 2 times in total, so you can get nearly 50% damage boost at last. That's why, like I said before, she can be your secondary carrier while supporting the team. Next, we have her QTE ability, which can be casted by storing 10 stacks of hexagram. It can only be performed in the backstage and provide 10% critical rate for 15 seconds, which is very nice. Keep in mind that casting her QTE will remove all her hexagram stacks. As for the ultimate, Theresa summons a NATO to swipe over the battlefield and boost the team's physical damage by 70% for 18 seconds in total. And the good thing is that your whole team can grant 20% damage reduction while her ult is casting, and it also ignores interrupt. I would say this is absolutely amazing and unique, and I really enjoy playing these kind of combos that have damage reduction and ignoring interrupt, as you can focus on doing damage. Going further, let's take a look at her weapon, Seether's Lament. The passive gives out 50% bonus attack damage for the whole team, and when Starlet equipped it, it will give out an extra 20% attack speed as well. The active skill can deploy cross and to do some damage, slowing the enemy while boosting the movement speed of the team. And the most amazing thing for this weapon is that the active skill can be unleashed in the backstage as well when Starlet uses her ultimate through QTE. I think it's really great as it saved up a lot of time from switching Valkyries, and we'll see it in the gameplay. As for the stigma, it's very decent and provides lots of damage boost and critical damage boost for herself, so it can act perfectly as your secondary carrier. And you need to have the whole set of stigma in order to grant 20% damage boost for the whole team. With the top stigma taken into account, you can get about 30% team damage boost in total, which I think is fantastic. Overall, this new SP Theresa is very comprehensive as a support and secondary carrier. She provides lots of damage boost, critical rate, as well as a damage reduction, and also ignore interrupt, not to mention that she's also a decent damage dealer. In order to prove how insane she is, I have done some calculations, as you can see by taking her ability, stigma, weapon into account, and when all of them are proc, she can boost her attack speed by 20%. Increasing the damage for her and the whole team to nearly 6 times and 2.6 times respectively. And that's not all. She can also provide around 50% of damage reduction in total, increasing 20% critical rate and 40% critical damage for her own, and also ignore interrupt for the whole team, so that's really impressive. Again, she is a really strong free-to-play support. As you can see from the calculation, the boost is insane, and I guess everyone would try to grind her up, so it's a good time for me to show you guys her new skin as well. This skin is absolutely stunning, and you can also get it in patch 4.0 as well. So if you like this skin, remember to save up some crystals for the next patch, and I'll go ahead and try that in the gameplay later. Like I said before, I'm going to check whether she is gear independent by measuring her DPS with her own gears and free-to-play gears. As you can see, with free-to-play gears, Bright Knight can deal 22,000 DPS at maximum, but when Charlotte equips her own weapon and stigma, the DPS is increased from 22,000 to 38,000, which is about 60% increase in DPS. So with this DPS testing, you can see Starlet actually relies on her gears, and for those who likes her, you should pull it in the expansion, as having her own gear can be a big boost for her supportability. Like I said before, I'm going to compare her with Celestial, which is the strongest physical support in the current meta in terms of damage boost ability and damage burst ability. I'm going to put them together with Bright Knight and Divine Prayer, and we'll test out which support can maximize the damage of Bright Knight. In order to make it fair, I promoted Starlet to Triple S ranks as to compare with the Triple S rank Celestial. As you can see from the DPS testing, both Celestial and Starlet can reach 46,000 DPS. However, team with Celestial only needs 16 seconds to boost her DPS to the maximum, while team with Starlet has used 25 seconds to boost her DPS to maximum, so we can conclude that Celestial has a better damage burst support ability than Starlet, and both their damage support ability are close. But keep in mind, it doesn't mean that Starlet is inferior than Celestial, as Starlet is an initial A rank Valkyrie and it's way more easy to invest her to the max, and their damage dealt is close, so I think she is still a Valkyrie which worth investing. And that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you do, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to my channel. And in the next video, we are going to test out the new Pri-Arm weapon, Key of the Void, and we are going to do some skin display as well. Peace!